There are stories where nothing seems to happen, and yet everything happens. A word goes unspoken. A decision is delayed. A life pauses and never quite begins. James Joyce called this state paralysis. And in Dubliners, he invites us to sit inside it. Dubliners is not a novel. It's a collection of short stories, each one focused on an ordinary moment in the lives of ordinary people, children, young adults, married couples, aging men and women. Joyce once said he wanted to write a moral history of Ireland, not through grand events, but through everyday life. What we see in these stories is a city full of people who want change and yet cannot move. The word paralysis appears early in the collection, and once you notice it, you see it everywhere. Characters delay, they rationalize, they wait for a better moment, a sign, a permission, a future that never arrives. Joyce is not cruel to these people. He understands how fear, habit, guilt, and disappointment can quietly freeze a soul. The tragedy of Dubliners is not a dramatic failure. It's the slow ache of unlived life. In the early stories, Joyce focuses on children, not because they are innocent, but because they are just beginning to sense that the adult world hides things. In The Sisters, death is close, uncomfortable, and vaguely unsettling. The narrator feels relief and then guilt for feeling it. He senses that something is wrong, but no one will explain it to him. And in Araby, hope briefly flares. A boy believes love will save him. But when the illusion collapses, he sees himself clearly, driven and derided by vanity. This is Joyce's first great theme. Awakening is painful, but ignorance is worse. As the collection moves forward, the characters age, and the paralysis deepens. In Eveline, a young woman stands at the edge of escape. A new life is offered to her, but fear of change, of responsibility, of leaving what is familiar tightens its grip. She cannot move. In A Little Cloud, regret takes center stage. A man realizes he has chosen safety over vocation, routine over risk, and instead of repentance, he turns his frustration outward. Joyce shows us something unsettling. Paralysis doesn't just trap us, it can harden us. The final story, the dead, gathers everything that came before it and offers something rare: humility. Gabriel Conroy believes himself intelligent, generous, refined. But one quiet revelation shatters his self-image. He learns that his wife once loved deeply, and that love cost someone their life. In that moment, Gabriel is stripped of pride. And for the first time, he truly sees another soul. As the snow falls upon all the living and the dead, Gabriel experiences not despair, but grace. Joyce does not promise redemption easily, but he allows the possibility when pride gives way to humility. Dubliners is often described as bleak, but I don't think it is hopeless. Joyce does not deny the soul. He mourns its neglect. These stories ask us to examine our habits, our fears, our silences. They ask, where have we stopped listening to conscience? Where have we confused comfort with peace? And quietly, Joyce reminds us that awareness, even painful awareness, is the first step toward life. For your reflection today, where in your life might paralysis be masquerading as patience? Is there a truth you already know, but haven't yet named? A step you sense you should take, but keep postponing? Joyce does not shout these questions at us. He leaves them on the page and trusts us to be honest. Each story leaves a trace, a light that lingers long after the page is turned. Thank you for joining me today. Until next time, keep listening for the quiet truth.